Looking for a fast-charging, ultra-responsive stylus for your iPad? Meet the 2X Fast Charge Active Stylus Pen, designed for 2018 to 2025 Apple iPads. Take your creativity and productivity to the next level. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Welcome to Champions League Spotlight, where we dive into the most thrilling tales of European football history. Today, we're taking a trip down memory lane to revisit the tumultuous story of Avram Grant's tenure as Chelsea manager. In 2008, Roman Abramovich gave his marching orders just 3 days after the Blues' Champions League final against Manchester United. What seemed like a harsh decision at the time has become an infamous example of how quickly power can shift in football. Despite guiding the club to a second-place Premier League finish and 2 major finals in one season, Grant was shown the door. Champions League Spotlight takes a closer look at why this happened and whether it was justified by Grant's on-field achievements. One thing is certain: it wasn't for lack of success, as he secured Champions League qualification for the first time in Chelsea's history. But was that enough to keep him at the helm? Fast forward to today, where Enzo Maresca finds himself in a strong position as he leads his side into the Europa Conference League final. The Italian manager has come under fire this season, but can silence his critics with trophy success. Can he prove that he's more than just a one-trick pony? But we're not here to talk about current events. We're on a mission to uncover what went wrong for Grant in 2008. To do so, let's take a step back and look at the circumstances surrounding his appointment. The then Chelsea director of football was given the reins after Jose Mourinho's departure, despite having little European managerial experience. This move proved unpopular with supporters, who felt he wasn't qualified enough for the job. But Grant, never one to shy away from a challenge, proved his doubters wrong by guiding the Blues on a 16-game unbeaten run from September until December. That was enough to secure him a new 4-year contract and put him firmly in charge. However, even this impressive run couldn't stem the tide of criticism against Grant. He fell short in both the FA Cup and League Cup, missing out on titles they'd won under Mourinho just a year earlier. The Blues also suffered disappointment in the Premier League, ultimately finishing second to Manchester United on the final day. One could argue that all this would have been forgot had Chelsea clinched European glory. But there was to be further heartbreak for the Londoners, who again lost out to Man United in a devastating penalty shootout. The decisive moment saw John Terry slip as he took what would have been the winning penalty, a moment that will forever be etched in the memories of Blues fans. So, was Grant's dismissal justified? In hindsight, it seems like Abramovich and his team were too quick to make their move. Avram went on to take charge of Portsmouth and West Ham, suffering back-to-back relegations from the Premier League with both sides. And yet, despite all this, he still has fond memories of his time at Stamford Bridge. He reflected in 2020 that looking back at his notes made him proud of everything they achieved during his tenure. "Before I joined, everybody spoke about Chelsea's ugly football," he said. "After 1 month, nobody mentioned it." That, in itself, was a testament to the transformation Grant brought to the team. As we head into the Europa Conference League final against Real Betis, Enzo Maresca knows that silencing his critics will be key. Can he prove himself as more than just a caretaker manager? The odds are certainly stacked against him, but with Champions League Spotlight Bet Super boost on our side, we'll be keeping a close eye on the action. Join us next time on Champions League Spotlight for more thrilling tales of European football history.